It's time for an epic crossover. I want you all to go to Gully's latest video and like my comment in which I challenge him to a duel. Hello and welcome to the largest collaboration between Polytopia YouTubers ever. What started as a plan to challenge Gully to a duel has gotten so much larger than I could ever imagine. It's been such an amazing experience to work together with all of these amazing people, so thank you to all of these people on screen right now, and definitely check out their video on this game as well. Now let's see who the contestants are.
Welcome everyone, this is the second Polytuber Battle Royale that I've hosted. We got some new faces here, so we'll just start by introducing everyone. We have eSpark.
Hello everyone, I'm eSpark. So glad to be here.
Mr. Blueberry Cheesecake.
Representing me, woo!
Mm-hmm. And then, of course, you all know him. It's Mijiwan. And if you don't know who Mijiwan is, you're representing Polytopia Official. You're also the maker of Polytopia.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to give a quick thank you for taking time out of your day to come do this with us. I think the amount of interaction that your studio does with the community is really awesome. So, of course, big thank you for that. And then we have Toby. Hey, Toby.
He's also here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm also here, just representing Polytopia live streaming, I guess.
Absolutely. And then we also have Big Burr, who unfortunately could not make it to this call. Yeah, he's here in spirit. I guess, should we show off who's playing what tribe?
Well, first...
Some rules! Thanks, eSpark. Yes, we do need to go over some rules we decided on. The 6 of us play on a large continents map. Imperius, Bardoor, Kiku, Zubazi, Submanti, and Delirium are banned, luckily. There's no treaties, no spoilers, but... Turn order based on time zones, which means that I go last. There's no skipping or kicking unless absolutely necessary. And there's no outside communication about this game so that we don't just help each other out.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Well, we'll just have to wait and see if I follow the rules.
Yeah. I do want to take a little moment to talk tribe picks. So I picked Quetzali because, starting with Defenders, I think people sleep on that a little bit. I think they're like a pretty powerful early game unit for this close quarters combat. And obviously getting Defender boats and stuff, that's pretty nice. And then pretty good resource rates, can't complain. eSpark, you went with IMO. Tell us a little bit about that.
So I just am fond of the tribe, and again, it's not one of the strongest tribes. It's not a terrible tribe, but it's not great. It's kind of mediocre, and they're fun to play.
Absolutely. Toby, you went with Omaji.
Yes, I did. The whole reason I went with it is I let my chat decide.
Oh, nice.
I gave it to a vote. I said, here's the available tribes to pick. And then, they first tried to pick bananas because there's a boundary joke in the live stream. But we ended up going with Omaji.
I love bananas.
Banoo.
And then we got the 3 Hoodricks.
All crammed together.
What's going on here, Mr. Blueberry Cheesecake and Mijiwan?
We had great minds and they think alike.
That's fair. I think,
For me, it's like I've always been a fan of Hoodrick because I don't know if they're good or not. It's just I like the way the trees look, and it's like the whole role play of being this kind of archer guy hiding in these woods. I really enjoy it. But I don't know.
They're also pretty good at just fighting people early game with the archers.
Absolutely. I know that it's a big meme that I call Hoodrick the Clown Tribe. I really didn't think that would, catch on. But no, I really enjoy playing them. And I love, getting big sawmill economy and then markets as well with those sawmills. We'll get to see that play out a little bit. Sorry, we won't see that play out in this game at all. Nothing will happen. I guess we can start the replay now. I guess we decided turn order based on time zone, so the game would flow a little bit better. But of course, I'm first because I'm host, then Toby, and then, one of the Hoodricks, Spark, and then Hoodrick. And then I guess if you guys see anything interesting...
Oh yeah, this play is very important. Although I seem to be making a lot of jokes about the first couple of turns, it is actually essential what happens in the first 2 turns. The difference between the Big Burr and I is our opener. And I decide to stick to the side of the map with my archer and only engage with my warrior and my archer later. If you compare that to the way my opponent here is playing, he tries to win the long game, a very economic way of playing, which is not viable for this setting with a lot of enemies, which effectively loses him the game instantly, which is a real bummer.
I think that's like a main thing with Hoodrig is it's kind of weird to start with an archer because you don't want to like engage in combat with it directly like that.
Absolutely.
So it's kind of it's kind of a weird start. I think.
Yeah, they play a little differently.
One of the benefits of Homage is I get to get on my village 1 turn earlier than everybody else.
True.
I went for the lighthouse, which in retrospect was probably a mistake. I should have sent both of those warriors north to go claim villages because the lighthouse isn't going anywhere. Like I could get
True,
that
it's
later.
going to be there. We're also going to see that there's a very important ruin up here.
Yeah.
I do want to point out one decision that I made. I could have moved my defender onto this village, but I instead just pushed it south because obviously I want my defender forward. It's not like I need to capture that village a turn earlier. It's not going to do a ton for me. So it's a little more aggressive with my defender, and I think that's a fair decision. We see Big Burr moves onto a village, and this
that
is
not going to end very well for him.
No, it's not, and I don't think he had the vision to know that. So
Exactly. So
it is what it is.
You went the very economic way with Hoodrig, and on such a tiny map for so many opponents, I don't think that was the right call.
Yeah, you absolutely need units, especially in a map like this where you kind of know that you're going to have to fight early for whatever you can get.
So I think my start is an example of the other way. I turned really aggressive early on, so I think the only my moment is these first few turns here where I'm trying to like really smash Toby, but we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you definitely were every single turn. I was like, okay, maybe he'll switch and play more defensively. No, whenever I called out, these are the 3 plays. This one's the most aggressive. You always pick the most aggressive play.
I respect that immensely.
Sometimes,
sometimes that's a good idea, but sometimes it's not. But yeah.
And it looks like Big Burr got an explorer that was not helpful.
Yeah,
Not at all.
it is what it is.
yeah, the one thing about since we're playing on continents, because it's important to know how maps like to generate. On a continents map of this size, you're going to only have maybe 1 other player, or if you're lucky, 2 other players, or unlucky, however you want to view it, on your continent. So if you're exploring, you're only exploring for vision or to find that 1 other player. But other than that, you may just want to be improving your economy to support a early military.
But didn't you just get an explorer, Dolby?
I actually, so go ahead and take a look at that explorer. I did this one strategically. So
Yeah.
Oh,
go ahead.
That was
Go
probably
ahead.
a good move for you because
Oh,
then you
Did a little bit.
could know a lot of things.
So we get an explorer because this
What?
allows me to meet my opponent, and then I get the important vision of there's the river there. Because since I already had Hoodrick, I need to figure out where he's placing his warriors. Because warriors in forests versus riders is bad,
Yeah. Yeah.
For sure.
and I want to snipe his archers.
And
You'll
you found a little
probably-
village in the south.
We do find another little village in the south, and y'all are going to think I'm crazy, but I end up going with another explorer with that one.
Oh man.
Yeah, you're crazy. Yeah.
You'll see here in a moment. You'll see her probably next turn, or 2 turns from now, actually, if I think about it.
We got Star Ruin for Mijiwan, Pop Ruin for
Ooh.
Eastern Ruin, and Cheesecake.
Nice. Star
Yeah.
Ruin.
The ruins were pretty crazy this game, I gotta say.
no, I take an explorer as well.
Hey, fair enough.
If it works, it works.
Yeah.
As mentioned, you're either do it for vision of your opponent, or you're trying to meet somebody. So
Dang, Gully, you have so many fruit in that city.
Yeah. Which I was really debating between organization or just hunting, because obviously
Oh.
hunting leads to archery.
Yeah.
And archery with this many force around here is pretty paramount, as we will see. No spoilers.
No spoilers. So, Toby, tell us about why you didn't pick an explorer again.
I didn't level it up. I'm saving my stars for an explorer because I do want to explore with that city, but I can't afford it yet. So I just need to get the workshop first. That's
Understandable.
because I also know even if I pick up sailing, I'm not going to find anything with that explorer.
Eastpark goes philosophy. Very nice.
Yeah, I debated it, but I thought I could see that that was the only village I was going to get. And I was like,
You're just stuck with these two.
that's all I'm going to have. So I'm going to try it. And the only way I could get a giant is I'd have to get org and hunting and forestry or org and fish. Like I knew in order to get a giant, I had to have like at least 3 more techs. So that's when I went for philosophy.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it was definitely a good play. The big issue for you here is just that I have 3 cities and you have 2, so I'm just making another unit each
Yep.
turn. It's just quite a rough situation to be in.
Did you ever think of like using mindbenders against Quetzal shield guys?
There might be a mindbender later.
Ooh, spoilers. No spoilers.
Spoilers. I haven't seen.
I
that
do
part
love
yet.
mindbenders. I feel like they're really, really fun and also useless, but I love them.
When they hit, they hit.
Yeah.
Another explorer for vision for Mijiwan.
True, true.
I'm
That's
seeing
actually a
theme
good
here.
explorer to see what I'm doing because I've got a lot of riders and he wants to protect his archers. So it's a
Yeah,
good
having
point.
vision on all that is very important. Big
Actually,
bird
don't
during
have
this
any archers. Kind of interesting point.
Yeah,
Very nice archer
warriors.
battle in the back.
I also got an explorer.
Definitely a fair play. It just shows the importance of vision in games like these.
Yeah, absolutely. Mijiwan making his aggressive play, trying to siege.
Love it.
You're on fire, Toby, but you'll be able to unsiege. You have 2 riders there.
Oh yeah, no, we pick up sailing here.
Oh,
I go ahead and get the free level up for stars. Baba da bop, baba da bop. And it's time for another explorer because I'm not done. But now since I have sailing,
Oh
there's
yeah,
one
excellent
explain
phrase.
paper
Mhm.
and blueberry cheesecake.
Ooh.
That's
That's
a
a good
very
turn.
Really nice explorer there.
yes. After getting sailing, the explorer totally makes sense.
The thing that helped is I saw that was a river, not an ocean.
Yes.
By checking those tiles, so I knew if as long as I got sailing, I'd be able to find at least one other player. I was gambling
Yes.
for 2, and it paid off so much.
So I got a fishing ruin.
Nice.
That was cool. At this
That's
point in the
very
game,
helpful.
It is, but I'm getting very afraid because you have archery, and I'm stuck with riders and defenders, and I know that archers don't like defenders very much. They're going to shoot them. And riders attacking into defense boosted warriors, not good. So like if I don't play like optimally here, I'm just going to lose based on that alone, I think. So at this point, and like also looking at score, I was like, how are you at 2300? My goodness.
Nah, that's the altar of peace. That always gives you a
Yeah.
bonus.
Yeah.
But I chose to go with archery. I was thinking I could rush a giant or I could get some archers. And I thought, well, I'm up against Quetzali, who gets a lot of defenders. So archers are really the only effective way to go against defenders.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. That was definitely the correct play, and I was freaking out at this point. Even being up a city, just not feeling great.
And why did you know that?
Why did I know what?
That you were up a city?
Oh, because I had an explorer.
Ah,
Yeah.
Back to the importance of explorers.
I'm seeing a theme here.
Mhm, Vision good.
Mm.
Holy moly, Toby, you have so many units.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone's playing
That's-
aggressive.
Yeah.
That's fair. Gotta do
Those
what
are
you gotta
defensive
do.
riders.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really surprised how many like riders you managed to squeeze out of those 3 cities. Felt like you had like 8 new riders every turn or something.
Yeah.
Hey, those explorers for the extra stars really helped.
True.
Yeah.
Additional
Yeah.
10 stars.
The
Thanks to those.
importance of vision.
Yeah.
You were not the only one surprised about how many riders I had, apparently.
no,
Oh,
yeah,
no,
I-
no spoilers,
yeah.
but
No spoilers.
No spoilers.
Okay, but really, you shouldn't be surprised that Umaji has a lot of writers, dude. Like, they are the writer.
No,
They are.
Yeah, I mean, even still, that's a lot.
I think the real
Yeah.
surprise really comes from because Omaji's supposed to have a weaker early game economy since they don't start off with great resources. But Omaji has a very concentrated amount of resources. They start off with Org, then they get farming, maybe
Yeah.
roads, and everything's really streamlined for them. So they've
Mhm.
actually got a very clean game plan.
Yep.
Poor Big Bird.
Very poor.
Yeah, I was trying to pick up this city so that way I could actually help defend Big Burr and see if I could keep Blueberry occupied while I get on the water. So that was my plan, but I was a tad too slow.
Mijiwan going with roads. Very
Mhm.
impressive.
Yeah, Mijiwan did a
Was-
fantastic job.
Most aggressive game developer ever.
Oh,
I love
is that a giant? Is that the first giant?
yeah.
First giant.
Woo!
First
Was
giant
that
in the game.
turn 8?
Ooh.
Yeah, it's pretty quick.
Yeah.
You got this nice sawmill spot here. You got a level 3 one here. The city
Pretty
up here, you got a big old sawmill spot here. So things are going to be looking up for you.
Pretty
Meanwhile, we are absolutely slugging it out, me and eSpark.
This is an important moment. Gully is the first one to get onto the water. This means that he will get control over a couple of island cities. This doesn't sound important, but it does give him more production capacity and a larger economy to work with. The rest of us were still competing to get control over their respective continents.
Yeah, and I tried
just-
to take advantage of like putting my units on forest tiles, but you snuck a defender around,
This
and
guy?
that was my undoing. I think that little
you for a
defender
loop?
there.
Yeah, I didn't really know what to do with him after he wrapped the village here. So I was like, I'll just I don't know, throw him this way around the
Mhm.
mountains. And I mean, he kind of does his job.
Yep.
I love how we're fighting over this ruin for so long. It made me laugh. Absolutely slugging it out. Big Burr's trying.
He keeps trying.
Another giant on the
Second
board.
giant.
Yeah, that was my goal. I was like, I gotta get that giant. I gotta get the giant, and that giant would have been really great.
If it weren't for spoilers.
Y'all are gonna have to watch that giant. I'll just say that.
Hey, another explorer.
Hey, explorers!
This
Vision.
explorer is also important because it gets
Really important.
Wow,
Yeah.
yeah.
a lot of stars there. Big tempo play.
Yep,
big
absolutely.
tempo play.
Mhm.
More big tempo play. But I got a
lot
question.
of tempo.
I have a very important question for you, Blueberry Cheesecake. Why
Yes.
did you place your Park of Fortune on that tile there?
Yeah.
I have
only rolled-
no clue.
'Cause
I had
I like
I was trying to block like something, but I have no clue what again. I was coming up with situations, but then because I know people love to get a bridge. like
Bridge?
that, and I just wanted to do anything that I could to block that against my archers.
But that's your bridge. You paid
Yeah,
for
what
it.
what
Yeah.
if
It's your
you had a
territory.
bridge?
I hate bridges. Stop them.
Really?
No, just kidding. I love them. I love them.
I
Yeah,
think they're pretty cool.
because that like everything you did, that was the only play I think I really questioned. And
Yeah.
you'll hear me in like every other video I did on my recordings of going like, see, this right here is preventing a bridge, but it's preventing his bridge, and now he can't get into our territory.
Self-sabotage.
Yeah.
It was kind of self-sabotage.
I wasn't planning to build bridges, so it worked.
That's fair.
Could have put that anywhere else. That would have worked as well. But
Yep.
you know.
Big place.
Uh-oh.
Slowly moving in, sieging.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I'll be able to unsiege, but it takes away my income.
I also grabbed the ruin off of that play too. Well, I make you pick, and I know you're going to pick to unsiege the village rather than
Mhm.
knocking me off the ruin.
Yep.
What?
Why?
Oh, that village in the south finally gets
Yeah.
taken.
Finally.
Big Burr lives on.
Big Bird
Woo.
lives for at least another turn.
Couple of turns actually.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I
No
was trying to
spoilers.
see if I could support him right over here because I really was trying to slow Blueberry Cheesecake down as much as possible. But for some reason, somebody's setting fire to my city, so I can't quite do that.
Who would do such a thing?
I don't know.
Oh, another giant.
giant.
Nice.
What a monstrous sawmill.
And boat. Oh, is this
Yep.
our first raft? No, there's another
Whoa.
raft.
No,
I
there's a
got
raft.
my little sneaky guy up here. But I got a star ruin, so that was cool. And then also very important distinction here is that I know that you have enough population here for a
Yes.
giant. So I need to ensure that I can block at least one of these tiles to make sure you can't get that giant.
Yes, because I was thinking, I counted. I'm like, I have enough resources. I can get a giant there. And then that sneaky defender is my undoing.
I think he did great.
Finally
Finally
picking
get
up
that
my
lighthouse.
lighthouse.
Yeah.
It's only turn 11, despite using 2 explorers.
Yeah, wait.
Okay,
Ooh, veteran, right?
running joke, Midjuan, can you confirm that certain players just never get lighthouses from explorers, right? It's hard-coded into the game. Right?
Yeah, I'm actually frustrated by that myself. I'm like, what? Come on! I think actually nobody told the explorer to look for lighthouses. They don't know that the corners are interesting, so it's super annoying when they just miss that. It
Yeah.
feels intentional just
It's their
to
first day
annoy
on
you.
Bye-bye.
So at this point, 2 of us are trying to take out 2 players, and somebody's
Yeah.
deciding to collude against me. It's working the other way around.
Yeah, I was really happy to get help from some fellow archery guys here.
Hoodrick guys are colluding.
Except for one.
This bridge is a focal point of this game. It starts as a way for Toby to stop me from unsieging Midjuan. This effectively meant that our continents were now fused and we were effectively at war. At that point, I wanted to launch a land-sea invasion against Toby, knocking him out, then focus on with my larger army, with more cities to the other continent, which had Gully and Eastpark. For that, I would need naval superiority. For the history nerds among us, this sounds oddly familiar to the von Schlieffen plot.
Oh, there's
He
a
didn't get the
bridge.
memo.
I see
I
a
hate
bridge.
bridges. That bridge.
So, not gonna lie, this play right here with my bridge is probably what cost me my game. Because I thought I had enough pressure to force Hoodrick to go, you know what, maybe I should stop killing Big Burr. I already have his capital anyways. And focus on killing this Schwarzman. But no, he just he just goes ahead and finishes killing him anyway. So I should have actually on this turn invested in a port and getting onto the water instead. It also would have prevented the chance of a counter aggressive play from happening.
Well,
So,
that won't happen.
luckily, we don't know if that happens or not.
Yeah, no spoilers.
Yeah, but definitely, like building a bridge can really be both ways. So it opens up a channel for someone else.
Yeah,
as
they're
well,
really
so.
cool. It's a very cool structure. I think the way you guys implemented it, Midjuan, is pretty. I don't know what the word is.
Nifty.
I like bridges. Yeah, nifty. They're nifty.
Perfect.
It's
I
great
just think they're
aesthetically.
neat.
It fits.
Except
Yeah.
for
And
Cheesecake.
functionality.
Cheesecake does not like bridges so much he prevents himself from making a bridge. That's how strongly Cheesecake dislikes bridges.
We got
Yeah,
the pro-bridgers and the anti-bridgers.
But bridges were really hard to implement. Actually, I spent a lot of time designing that, like because there are some kind of weird rules around how they
Function, yeah.
or where you can build them and stuff, and it's.
Where you can build them what direction they're facing.
First blood.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on. I want to point out something really quickly. This raft is very important.
It is.
That's all.
Keep an eye on that raft. Okay.
I'm sorry, Eastpark.
Because I don't think this was possible without it. I was like trying to math it. And I was like, no, I don't think it's doable. But then I saw the raft in the turn replay, and I went, oh, I see the line.
No.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
No.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Eastpark.
Yeah. No,
Is
it's
there a
okay.
name for
Let's we're gonna blame that raft. It's all that raft's fault.
It was the raft's fault.
Yeah.
Let's be real. Definitely.
I got
That was
poofed.
nice play. So
But-
do we have a name for what is it called when you kill a
Houdini.
giant like that?
Houdini, yeah.
We
A
call that a
Houdini, yeah.
Houdini. We make it disappear. Then
Mhm.
it's a Houdini.
it's kind of fun. I like there are a few details like that in Polytopia that definitely is not designed intentionally by me. It's just something that a strategy that comes up from other rules. That's kind of funny, I think.
Yeah, very cool.
As you can see, in this state of the game, 3 of us have control over our own continent. 2 of us are at war, while the other is preparing for a naval invasion with more cities to his name. At this point, I have the largest army and a decent plan to dominate the game, making use of a bridge someone else placed. Maybe this bridge will play an important role in the second part? Stay tuned to find out. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in part 2.